Hi, it's Colin Isles here, and I wanted to share some insight from some conversations and thoughts I've been having around marketing and comms, group marketing and comms specifically during this Covid-19 pandemic. And what I'm seeing, what I'm thinking is that at the moment, far too many companies and leaders are still applying the same rules that they've done for the last decade, where life has been pretty easy. Markets have been relatively calm, things have been relatively safe, and you have been able to put in very strong, safe structures, robust structures to make sure that no one says anything that's particularly wrong. Everything has that brand imagery that is being pushed out to the market. Now, we all know that we don't read those things as the end client or the investors because it's brand marketing, but nonetheless, it's consistent and people are comfortable with it. But when you're doing that now during Covid-19, I think you're missing out on an absolutely magnificent opportunity to go and really make your brand become a trustworthy brand, and to go and really make your other stakeholders, your customers, your staff, your investors, your suppliers, want to help you to survive and thrive over the coming months. So where am I going on this? Well, let's use an example. This was from Sun International, their article that was in Business Day. And I fell off my chair when I read this because it's a lost opportunity. In the first part, they're saying that they're still able to go and run their casinos because they don't have gatherings of more than 100 people around a croupier table. Now, we'll come back to that in a minute. Then the second part is it's difficult to predict what's happening in the future. And again, I fell off my chair. Let's start with that last one. It's incredibly easy to predict what's happening in the future. You just have to look at what happened in China, or is happening in China and Italy and the UK and America and Germany and everywhere else. So we can see that once you have your virus in your borders, it is going at a doubling rate every 4 or 5 days. And therefore, if you don't do anything, you're going to see populations, hundreds of thousands, millions of people become infected within a matter of months. You can equally see that when measures are put in place, you can slow down that rate, and at the moment it looks like China might have actually stopped it, potentially even reversed it. It's early days. But those measures are draconian because it means shutting down borders, maybe shutting down whole cities, certainly shutting down restaurants and pubs and other places. And social gatherings of 100 people, well, that would sound exponentially larger than what's likely to happen where you're just going to shut down all social gatherings. Clearly, if you're in the hotel and gaming business, you won't be able to function at all in the normal sorts of way. So to go and tell people that you're potentially able to go and still run casinos because you don't have large gatherings and it's difficult to protect the future certainly feels a little bit disingenuous. As an alternative, what could have been done to go and build up your brand is to be on the front foot and say, yeah, this is significant, it is serious, and we do expect over the next weeks that we will have to effectively close down the majority of our business. However, for the investors, we believe that we've got cash flow and support to see us through the next 6 to 12 months, and we don't believe that it's going to go on for that sustained period at this level of intervention. We think the interventions are going to make a significant difference. Furthermore, we're going to be on the front foot. We're not waiting for the announcements. We're going to do the right thing for South Africa as a whole and for our employees and the other people we interface with, our customers, for example. We're already going to start the mechanisms to close down some of these operations. For our staff, we're doing everything we can to make sure we don't have to do layoffs. We're investigating a salary reduction for everyone, or with obviously the senior management taking the biggest hit. We're certainly not going to be paying bonuses. For companies that can, we are already telling our staff, please do not come into work. In fact, our exception reporting is only being asked for when we see people coming into the office because something's wrong. Why can't you work from home? So if you look at it from a PR perspective, there are so many things that companies could be doing to build up trust, to go and get support for them through these difficult times, and yet I'm still seeing so few actually take those first steps. And perhaps one of the things that CEOs and the senior leadership team could start considering doing is making small videos like this to post internally or to go and post externally. Holding real crisis sessions to see if they can not only ask the question about how to survive, but ask the question proactively about how they can turn this into a positive way to bring support for their brand. And if you can bring positive support, by the way, it also helps you to go and minimize the risk that this is going to be a crisis too far for your particular organization. Anyway, I'd love to continue the debate. I really do hope there's some people out there that share significantly different views to mine. It's always fun to have those arguments. If you want to continue it on LinkedIn or wherever you're seeing this particular video, great, let's do it. And I'm also on the post in the comments below going to put the link for a platform called Covid19 .mn.co, where we can continue the discussion. We've set that one up specifically to go and have these types of discussions from a business context, not just simply the science and the facts and all the negative doom and gloom that's out there on most social media and news channels. Stay safe, guys.